this man, isn't he? And he might have some more celebrations in store for us if he can claim the world title this weekend, which could be as soon as tomorrow.
Well, I'll be honest, no matter what Toprak's title celebrations could potentially be, they're not going to be anywhere near as spectacular as he is out in the racetrack, because we saw right from the start of this session how hard he was willing to push. We saw in his outlap he was making moves on riders around him, and he's just brought the confidence that comes from the success he's had all the way through the season to bear all the way through, and looked really, really good right from the outset here. 2.5 seconds in hand, obviously, on Alex Lowe's shows just how strong it is, but Toprak's just put that pressure onto Jonathan Rea, and the technical issues that Rea had, that would have increased that pressure even more.
Do you think anyone in the team, maybe the suspension engineers, have to put their hands in front of their eyes when they see all the weight going onto the front tyre?
I think Paul Denning has to do that, the team manager, but for Yamaha and for Toprak, they want to make sure that they're focused on getting across the line, but like we saw from Ben Speed's tweet earlier on, sometimes for a rider like Toprak that's got that pace, got that consistency, got that confidence, you're better off just taking your normal approach. You're better off making sure you're being aggressive, trying to win the races, and then everything else will take care of itself. That's what Toprak has said all the way through this season. He wants to win races, everything else will just fall into place. It looks like from the start here in free practice 1, he's trying to make sure he does that.
And in fairness, Yamaha appear to have managed that process perfectly. They've said right from the start of the season, we don't want to change anything about Toprak. We know he's got the performance, we know he's got the winning mentality. We want to give him the freedom to express himself out on the circuit, and Toprak's been able to do exactly that.
Yeah, and I think when you look back at pre-season testing, I was down at the Jerez test before the start of the season, and I was chatting to the team about Toprak and how the winter had gone, and they said that they'd seen a massive change in terms of how he had approached winter testing. He wasn't afraid of going in and doing a lot of miles, really focusing on developing the package, being the team leader, and from that point onwards he really has changed an awful lot in terms of how he's approached the season compared to previous years. It's been really impressive to see just how much Toprak's matured over the course of the last few years.
Yes, the work rate has been there for Toprak Razgatlioglu, and the performance with it. He is the fastest man in FP1, our first ever session in World SBK here at the Mandalika International Circuit. And Razgatlioglu 1.5 seconds faster than his nearest rival. That is a stunning margin for that first session. Alex Lowe second fastest, so a good job on return from surgery and from injury for the number 22 KRT man. Garrett Gerloff third fastest in the end with a late lap for him. Scott Redding fourth. We did see Ducati's